Welcome to Cancelled.
Chapter 31. Brace yourself for impact. Evie. Later that evening, La Jolla, California. Two women stride in like they own not just the city but the lease on everyone's attention, and the entire party seems to pause to watch their entrance. They're tall, statuesque, glowing under the soft penthouse lighting like they've been personally blessed by some goddess of glamour. They wear near-identical white sequin dresses, one with a thigh-high slit that reveals miles of toned leg, the other with a plunging neckline and a diamond ear cuff that catches the light every time she moves her head. They are absolutely stunning, regal and a little terrifying in the way that only truly beautiful women can be. Long dark hair falls in perfect waves, bronze-kissed skin glows with health and expensive skincare, and the same arresting blue eyes as Cruz. The resemblance is unmistakable. But while Cruz carries himself with quiet command, his sisters move through the room like a force of nature that refuses to be contained. Less Wall Street gravitas, more Bond villain chic. They don't enter a party, they stage a coup, with sequins and mayhem, and an unapologetic disdain for anyone else's rules. Cruz mutters something too low to catch. His whole body broadcasts the warning loud and clear. Brace yourself for impact. His jaws tight, his posture coiled, like a man who's already weathered this storm 100 times and knows you never come out dry. They glide forward, flawless in sync, making the penthouse floorboards feel like their runway. One plants a kiss on Cruz's cheek with sisterly flair. The other follows a beat later, mirrored to perfection. It's eerie, like choreography drilled since childhood. An unspoken language of twinship performed for an audience.
"Don't worry, brother,"
says the one with the slit dress, her voice carrying an amused condescension that only siblings can perfect. But there's something softer in her tone, like beneath the teasing is genuine affection.
"We're just popping in to make sure your party doesn't completely bore us to death. This is cute if you're over 40 and enjoy discussing stock portfolios."
Her twin laughs, but it's sharper, more calculating.
"We're headed somewhere actually fun after this. You know, where people our age go to have a good time instead of networking over artisanal cheese."
Her words have an edge that suggests she's not just commenting on the party. She's making a point. They turn their attention toward the rest of the group with the kind of calculated assessment that makes me feel like I'm being evaluated for something. The softer one leans in and kisses Damien's cheek like they're old friends, comfortable and familiar. Her smile is warm and genuine. But I notice something interesting. The other twin doesn't even acknowledge him, doesn't look in his direction, doesn't seem to register his existence at all despite the fact that he's clearly someone important in their social circle. The snub lands like a stone tossed in still water, ripples of unspoken history radiating. There's a story here, jagged and unresolved, and I'm not privy to the script. And then, their combined gaze. Twin lasers, icy blue and unrelenting, zeroed in on me.
"You must be Evie,"
says the one who ignored Damien, her voice smooth and slow. There's something assessing in her gaze, like she's determining whether I'm worthy of her brother's attention, or whether I'm a threat that needs to be neutralized. I straighten instinctively, recognizing a test when I see one.
"I'm Demi,"
says the one with the thigh-high slit, her energy warm and playful. There's something genuine in her smile that puts me slightly at ease. A kindness that suggests she wants to like me.
"And I'm Brielle,"
says the one with the plunging neckline, delivering her name like a warning wrapped in silk. Where Demi's expression holds genuine curiosity, Brielle's has the quiet calculation of someone who's always 5 steps ahead and enjoys the advantage. But beneath the intimidation, I sense something protective, like she's the one who stands guard while Demi gets to be soft. They size me up in tandem, their assessment thorough and unabashed, then suddenly squeal in perfect stereo like they've just discovered something delightful.
"Oh my god, your dress is absolutely stunning."
Demi gushes, and I can tell her enthusiasm is completely genuine.
"And that lip color! Girl, this red is everything."
Brielle adds, leaning closer to examine my makeup. I laugh, caught off guard by the closeness. "Thanks. It's actually mine. I developed it. It's part of a line I'm launching." Both twins go still for half a beat. Like I've just told them I forge my own diamonds in my spare time and casually revolutionize industries for fun.
"No way."
Demi says, her eyes bright with genuine excitement that transforms her face.
That's incredible. You're like a real entrepreneur.
Shut up. You actually made this?
Brielle says, leaning even closer to inspect my lips like they hold the secrets of the universe. But now there's respect in her voice. Like I've moved from potential threat to someone worth knowing. It's a prototype, I explain, feeling more confident as I talk about my passion project. A new formula I'm testing, moisture lock technology, long wear performance, high pigment payoff. This is red number 4. Brielle holds out her hand like we're trading state secrets or conducting some kind of sacred ritual.
Give me that now.
I reach into my clutch and hand her one of the tiny jars, nerves prickling with a mix of pride and anticipation. Be gentle. That's one of my last samples. She opens her phone to the camera app and applies the lipstick with the precision of someone who absolutely does not tolerate mistakes or imperfection. She pouts once, admires the color coverage, then does something completely unexpected. Without warning, she turns to Damien with predatory focus.
Come here.
I catch a glimpse of Damien's face. He looks like he's seen this movie before and knows it doesn't end well for him. He's powerless to resist whatever tornado Brielle is about to unleash. Demi steps back slightly, her expression shifting to something that looks almost apologetic. Before Damien can protest or escape, Brielle grabs him by the back of the head with the confidence of someone who's never been told no, and kisses him. Not a quick peck, not a friendly gesture, full contact, full commitment. The kind of kiss that would make strangers blush and probably violate several public decency laws. Cruz tenses beside me, his jaw tight enough to crack glass, radiating a protective fury that suggests this isn't the first time his sister has created a scene involving his friends. But I'm watching Damien's face, and there's something there. Something that looks less like shock and more like recognition. And Brielle, when she finally pulls back, has a look in her eyes that's too calculating, too satisfied. This wasn't random, this was deliberate. This was her sending a message, though I'm not sure to whom. Demi looks stricken, her hand reaching out slightly like she wants to intervene but doesn't know how. There's pain in her expression, like she's watching her sister make the same mistake over and over again. Brielle wipes Damien's lower lip with her thumb and inspects the residue like a jeweler appraising a diamond, then holds it up like a victory banner for everyone to see.
Not even a smudge.
She announces with the satisfaction of someone who's just proven a point. She turns to me, completely ignoring the fact that she's just created an international incident.
Girl, this formula is absolutely unholy. You're going to make millions.
Demi nods. Her enthusiasm is more subdued now, her eyes flicking between her brother and Damien with obvious concern. Damien stands there looking like someone has unplugged his soul and forgotten to plug it back in. There's something raw in his expression, something hurt and confused that makes me think there's definitely a history between him and Brielle that involves more than just casual family-friend interactions. Cruz glares at his sister with barely controlled anger that suggests he's had this conversation before.
Seriously, Brielle?
She shrugs with the nonchalance of someone who's never faced real consequences for her actions. I catch something defensive in her posture now.
Relax, brother. It was for science, for research. Your girlfriend needed a proper product test.
Demi touches her sister's arm gently, a silent communication passing between them.
Maybe we should...
We're fine.
Brielle cuts her off, but not harshly. There's protection in the way she says it, like she's shielding Demi from the fallout of what she's just done. Then, just like that, the twins turn to leave as dramatically as they arrived, like they're exiting stage left after delivering their lines.
Lovely party cruise.
Demi says, already halfway to the elevator with the efficiency of someone who's perfected the art of the grand exit. But she glances back once, her expression apologetic.
Happy New Year, boomers!
Brielle calls over her shoulder, blowing a kiss as the elevator doors slide shut, leaving behind a wake of confusion and sexual tension. But I notice how she keeps one protective hand on Demi's back as they leave. Like even in her drama storm, she's looking out for her softer twin. Silence hovers in the air the way glitter does after a bomb has gone off. Everyone trying to process what they've just witnessed. Damien looks like he's just walked out of a car crash. His face still flushed, but his expression shifting to something more complicated.
I swear to God I tried to stop her. I'm so sorry, man.
Cruz's jaw clenches so hard I can see the muscle jumping, and when he looks at Damien, There's something dangerous in his eyes that I've never seen before.
You tried to stop her?
His voice is deceptively calm, a quiet that comes before an explosion.
Cruz, come on. You know how she is.
Damien starts, but Cruz cuts him off.
I know exactly how she is.
Cruz says, stepping closer to Damien in a way that makes everyone around us suddenly very interested in their drinks.
What I want to know is why you didn't try harder.
There's a warning in his tone that makes the air feel charged, like lightning is about to strike. I can see the protective older brother emerging, the one who's probably spent years dealing with men who look at his beautiful sisters and forget they're people, not conquests.
She's 22, Damien.
Cruz continues, his voice dropping to something that sounds almost menacing.
22. And you're 35. Do the math.
Damien's face goes pale, and I can see him swallow hard.
It's not like that, man. I would never. You better not.
Cruz interrupts, and there's no mistaking the threat in his voice now.
Because if I ever find out you've laid a hand on either of my sisters, we're going to have a very different conversation. The kind that doesn't happen at parties.
The tension between them is so thick I could cut it with a knife. Cruz shakes his head, muttering something that sounds like, never again, and why do I even invite them? But his eyes never leave Damien's face, making sure his message has been received loud and clear. Then Damien turns to me and his face is still flushed. His expression has shifted to something admiring, a little impressed, maybe even a bit awed by what he's just experienced.
That was absolutely wild.
He says, running a hand through his hair. He pauses, collecting himself. Then his business instincts kick in.
But your formula, it's completely legit. After the new year, let's talk seriously. You've really got something special here.
I smile, feeling a rush of professional excitement that breaks through the haze of everything else. I'd love that. Because as insane as the moment has been, as much upheaval as Brielle has created, as much unresolved tension as I've witnessed between her and Damien, for the first time in a long time, everything feels like it's falling into place for me professionally. Cruz's hand finds mine again, steady and reassuring, and the jar of lipstick sits like a tiny trophy in Brielle's wake, proof that my formula can survive anything. And me? I am exactly where I want to be, standing at the center of a controlled whirlwind, completely unshaken, finally finding my element in a world where business and pleasure intersect in the most unexpected ways.